So Felix Adai in apartment 4J is harassing me on voice to call. Tanasha Raymond in apartment 5I is harassing me on voice to call. They know I love to watch Jeopardy. It's my favorite show to watch. I wait all day to watch it. But they hack and they block the show from being played on the TV because they think it's going to make me so mad at them that I'll do crazy, stupid stuff illegal so they can have me arrested. But I'm not. I'm just going to have, hopefully, the police will help me prosecute them to the fullest for doing this to my TV. Here we go.
Autistic kids are accused of being rude a lot because of usually stims or like staring off into space or something. They're not trying to be rude. They're just doing the things that make them feel comfortable and they're just another person on this earth that are trying to navigate their way through life.
Clay has had one interest since she was a small child, and that is digital animated cartoons. And she has always been attached to her iPad in a very obsessional kind of way. And they're royal. Mostly when Clay disconnects, they go internal. They don't want to go to a restaurant. They don't want to see their friends. They don't want to do anything but be home in an unhealthy way.
This is one of my current ones I usually talk about and develop. It's kind of like just a scared, sad little yellow blob.
Some of their drawings were negative drawings or, knives.
They're all sentient, and he emotionally abuses all of them, and then tortures them and locks them in a basement to die. And she's been hiding in the shadows. This is her. She's really scared of him.
I didn't know what was happening to Clay, but I knew life raft floating away from the cruise ship, and I wanted to reel them back in, Do you see what's going on here? Oh, yes. Live with Kelly and Mark is streaming on Hulu. Oh. You can stream the #1 entertainment show in daytime, anytime, and anywhere. This is a good episode. Oh, that is good. Okay, just give me a second. Stream the biggest stars and the best part of your morning. Only on Hulu. I'm Tamara Bookman. I'm here now, building black businesses from hair care to medi spas to building a better breakfast. Sunday, I'm here now.
Here and Now with Sandra Bookman, sponsored by Hiscox and Spectrum.
When it comes to your back and neck, there's no room for compromise. You need expertise you can trust, and that's HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedics, providing spine care for over 160 years. Our specialists focus on you using advanced diagnostics, minimally invasive techniques, and tailored rehab plans to get you moving again. So for something as important as your spine, choose the leaders from the #1 in orthopedics. HSS. Choose better, move better.
The happy place comes in many colors. The one that leaves you feeling refreshed. The something that gets you all fired up. Or gives you the space to chill. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with Certified Painters to make your happy place your home. Certified Painters. That's painting happy.
Morning routine. Wake up with Eyewitness News this morning. Breaking news and headlines to start your day. The AccuWeather forecast to know what to wear. Traffic and transit alerts to get you there on time. Eyewitness News this morning. Monday on Channel 7 and wherever you stream.
two kids were here, far away from home. Anything can happen when we choose make the rules.
What's that from?
It's called Summer Camp Island.
It's a show you watch?
Mm-hmm.
Does it make you want to go to sleepaway camp?
Not really.
Welcome to the VEC. This is our Visitor and Education Center. It's one of our newer buildings on campus. And the first stop that we make with everybody is our wall of fame. And I remember Rosie saying she had a job with autism. And I remember her saying that she was going to get them a dog. And I think both Russ and I turned around and were like, what do you mean? And the reason we're here is because we're training service dogs for children with autism.
First I thought, well, isn't there someone more worthy or more needy than us? Like, I don't want to cut someone in line.
We don't care whether you're wealthy, we don't care whether you're poor, we don't care whether Rosie or dog or not. If your child needs a dog, we're here to provide them one.
It was Lyle who convinced me to apply. Because I kept saying to him, I didn't know if it was right of me to do it. And he's like, well, of course it's right. You have a kid with autism. That's what they do. That's what it's there for. If I was a mom who didn't know that they had service dogs for autistic kids, there must be a lot of other moms out there that don't know either.
I'm gonna look at the camera. Can you keep that in there? I'm 9. I am in 3rd grade. My name is Caleb Robinson.
When Caleb was born, we didn't have any concerns. It wasn't until he was about 18 months when we started to notice some things that just we weren't really sure.
When I was born, I had autism.
Things can be really hard for him. I do think that there's a lot of special components to his brain and how he processes things and the details that he picks up on things that some of us might not even notice as we're going through life, and he helps bring attention to that for us.
Well, and my brain is magical, and it's more different than maybe other people who are watching this.
School is really hard for him because the environment is tough. Things are loud, or it's a lot of hard work back to back. This can be really hard for him.
I don't like being in like big, loud crowd.
He would use less favorable behaviors to get what he wanted, like hitting or scratching or grabbing things.
Tanasha is an idiot.
Every day I had tried to run away.
Felix Adai is an idiot.
What can we do to help you feel better?
Nothing. There's nothing that can happen. Punched walls and hit the walls. I wasn't even afraid. I was like furious.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to talk about it now. Well, can I ask what I talk about? Can I talk about him thinking about killing himself? So yeah, sometimes when he's angry or doesn't get what he wants, he'll make threats.
Well, obviously, Jeopardy is not coming on again tonight like they do pretty much every day. What they were doing was scrambling the picture of the TV so bad that you couldn't watch the Jeopardy or hear what they were saying. And I reported that to the police. So now what they're doing, they don't scramble it anymore. They just totally hack and change the TV show, as you could obviously see. I've been getting tortured in this apartment for 5 straight years every day. The first night that I moved in, 7:30 p.m., I went to lay down in my bed 5 years ago on the first night that I moved in. 5 minutes I laid in my bed and Tanasha Raymond in apartment 5I started blasting me with some very loud music. It was pretty horrible. She was watching through my eyes the whole entire time with her Hellenic Greek military root certificate authorities in my phone that they use to hack my eyes and watch everything I do. It's a total deprivation of all rights as per U.S. Code 18 subsection 242, because they're operating as the National Security Agency and using root certificate authorities as a Hellenic Greek military authority as well. And it is illegal for the Hellenic Greek military to be in the United States of America and putting root certificates in people's phones that say certified authority. The Hellenic Greek military, along with Tanasha Raymond, which is just a fictitious name. She used a fictitious name in California known as Jennifer J. Miller, phone number 310-746-8076. Yeah, we talked. She pretended to be Jennifer J. Miller, an entertainment lawyer out of California, and then now her name in New York is Tanasha Raymond. It's just an incredible, horrible violation of the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, reasonable expectation of privacy, which is the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution, to use a root certificate authority as an authority to hack somebody's eyes and watch everything they do. That's a total deprivation of rights right there. And not only that, but they also hold secret court, what they call their foreign intelligence surveillance court, because they put foreign roots into this phone. Now they think they have a right to hold secret court on me, which is a violation of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, the law for due process in 2 different ways. Due process of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution states that no state shall make or enforce any law that denies anyone life, liberty, or property without due process, meaning that if Tanasha Raymond, whatever her real name is, she would have to sue me under, had a problem with me and wanted to accuse me of doing something illegal to her, which she cannot do. But if she could, she would take me to court and give me due process. Due process is the ability for the accused to be able to represent themselves in court and have counsel represent them, to present their own defense against the allegations against them in a court of law, and to have a speedy trial if necessary, to be able to have a jury of your peers that are impartial and non-biased. That is all a part of due process. There's a whole lot more to it, but I'll just be very basic and simple right now. And then after the prerequisites to the 14th Amendment of due process for the courtroom deliberations has been met, and if for any reason I were to be found guilty, then due process also states in the United States Constitution for the 14th Amendment that the United States government goes by penal code, that they only have certain things that they are allowed to take away, and for only certain amount of times. And it cannot be anything that would be cruel and unusual, which I do believe falls under the 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution, which bans cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, that's the 4th Amendment too. The 4th Amendment, I think, too. Double jeopardy is the 8th Amendment. I do apologize. The 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution is double jeopardy, meaning you cannot be tried and convicted in Tanasha's secret court for the same allegation more than one time, which is a violation of the 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution for double jeopardy, because Tanasha thinks that she can accuse you of something, deny you due process, and keep doing it over and over and over again for the same crime. That is a violation of double jeopardy, the United States Constitution, the 8th Amendment. Now, cruel and unusual punishment is the 4th Amendment of the United States Constitution. And it is, of course, cruel and unusual to hack someone's eyes. There's no penal code anywhere in the United States of America that will allow the state or the whole country to hack someone's eyes as punishment. Therefore, all the violations of all of these constitutional rights is a total deprivation of all rights as per the United States Code, Title 18, Chapter 18, subsection 242. And I would like a prosecutor to full extent that law would allow. Please, thank you very much. Have a good night.